Everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Michelle, Seaside Crafter. I had to do a loaded bag for a swap. This is, it was a mythical creatures, and I chose fairy because they're mythical. So I just wanted to show you what I did and just do a video of showing you what I included. So I had a pretty good sized paper bag, and I folded up the bottom to make a pocket. So I added some paper. I added this is a Martha Stewart iridescent doily, some beaded trim, some leaf trim, and some of this little flower. It has wire in it, so it's more like, you wrap it. And I got these images from a fairy book. I don't know who the author was, so I just took a couple of those. So I'll just show you what's inside the bottom pocket. So staying with the fairy theme, I made this little paper clip. Well, it's not a paper clip, it's a clothespin, and I had pink glitter paper on it, and then I added this pretty little trim to make it look like something a fairy would like. And then I just put some stickers in here, flower stickers that I used throughout, so that's what went in there. Cute little bag. And then I used my die. I have a whole bunch of bows, so I used a bow die, and I didn't have any stickers for a fairy. I had no fairy stickers. I had like some other like unicorn paper and mermaid paper, so I kind of used some of the things from that. So here's so nothing's really, it's not matchy. So I just stuck them in a little baggie, made a little topper. Make today pretty with one of the bows and some paper and pearls. I just stapled it on. Again, so I made some little fairy, these are altered paper clips. And so my printer basically has no blue. So when I printed these out, they all came out faded. So I just used my colored pencils, and I colored in the colors I wanted. Then I used stickles, but then I also used this from Michaels, the Studio G glitter glue. And let me tell you, this stuff works so good, and it kind of gives, can you see that shimmery iridescent? I know I'll show you on the other thing, but even with the stickles, I'm more like a chunkier glitter. But this glitter glue from Michaels, it was very fine, iridescent, so I made that. I punched out some fairies that I have a die for, and then I used the iridescent doilies, and I did a few. So, and here I just made one. I know it's difficult with the packaging. And then I have this die for a bag, for a topper. I just stuck one of the little flower stickers on. That was that. So then I gave, putting in here some doilies, and the iridescent doilies, so they can have fun with that. So I just stick those back in here, and then we can move on to the big stuff. It's just so much easier putting things in bags. That's just the way it is. So I made here's another clothespin with that little trim. I made a tassel. So I put a whole bunch of different laces, very fairy-like, all different colors, like a fairy theme. This was got that at Goodwill, a whole bunch of them. So what I did was I used, to cover up the hot glue, can you see like the hot glue? it's all like shaquat in there. So I used this, my Nouveau Dream Drops. I got these from Lori. And what color is this? It's so fairy, of course, fairy wings. It's called fairy wings. So I used that, if you can see, in there, and it gave it such a pretty pink iridescent look. So I stuck that in there. So I did that, and I hung that on there, and it has a pretty sparkly gem. And then I used a whole bunch of trims that I had. This is from Dollar Tree. It's that really soft thing. And I also attached, here it is, I put pearls. I put a whole bunch of things. I have a whole bunch of these things. They're little, those little balls, and I just tied it on, and it has iridescent green little like glitter, but it's so cute. Yeah, because fairies, they should be like giving you wishes and stuff. So that is the tassel. That was very cute. And I have like all this other vintage trim that I had. I put that on there. So that's cute. So there's the tassel. I made a wand, which is adorable. I didn't go crazy on the little dangles, but so this is the wand. It's pretty big. This was one of the straws from the Dollar Tree when I did the spring haul. And then I just put some of this ribbon, some of the leaf trim, and some pearls. So here is the little fairy that I printed out, and I used my colored pencils and I colored it all in, and then I used I believe I used stickles. I might not have, but on the purple, can you see the shimmer on the purple? It's more like an iridescent shimmer. Trying to get that. But anyway, that was the stuff from Michael's. That was the Studio G glitter glue. Can you see that? It says glitter glue. That's what I used on that. So I also have, that was purple, and I used the purple on it. But I also used green. And this was the green. And that might be the shimmer, the other shimmer that's on there. But for some reason the purple was really, the glitter was like really fine. Yeah, so those are what I used, but the shimmer is just fantastic. I just loved it. So I just did, because it was so, I put this little gold trim in here because it was so thick. When I put the foam in there, it was so thick. I just didn't want to look at that because it's all different sizes, and so I just did a few layers on that, and that was my little fairy wand. Then I made some bows, and I try to keep it like a pinky purpley fairy theme, and each bow has some tulle. So we have some pink tulle, some iridescent tulle, and some gold tulle. And then I stuck different kind of flowers, like a silk flower, another silk, and then a paper flower. So that was cute. And then I just made this little topper out of the paper that I used throughout. So that was that. And here we go. I made some medallions, some rosettes, and these are just embellishments. So I made the rosette. I put some tulle, I put some flowers, and a little fairy image. I have this die cut. Let me see that little fairy. I have that little fairy die cut. So I had these flower stickers. I cut one of the flowers to make her little dress. And you see the fairy. And then I put, you know what I put? You're going to laugh. I took on her crown and on her belt. Let me see if I can find it. I had it over here. I took, it's just part of packaging. You're going to laugh. I took this. Remember these things that were attached? This is what I used because it was the perfect size. And I was going to leave it like that, but it was it's like see-through. So I cut little pieces off. I glued them on, and I gave her a little tool skirt. And then I just used, I believe I used these green Nouveau Dream Drops because it was iridescent green, but I think I touched it by accident when it was still wet. So then I ended up putting the green glitter glue on them, and how cute. It was just a little something extra that I did. So I did those, and I just made this topper because like I had nothing for fairies, so I just added a whole bunch of stickles, and I had this butterfly, and I cut out from the unicorn paper. You are magical, but it goes. It's pretty. There were some other things that I just put in here because I had just had extras. So some heart gems, some of these little rosettes, some rub-ons. I had these, which was really pretty, but I had a couple of these. So these are kind of older, but they're really pretty. Very, very fairy-ish. What else is in here? I got a whole bunch. So I cut out some tags. I cut out tags and some really nice cardstock, creamy pink and a creamy tan, and all different sizes. And I just put those together with some pink sari silk. And then I just added some of that leaf trim on a little card and some of that other little flower berry trim. So that was what I did for my loaded bag. Give me a comment if you think that there was enough in here. I was trying to, we had to put like 14 things in this thing. I think I accomplished that. They didn't all have to be handmade, so I just wanted to put some extra goodies in here. So let me know if you liked everything, and I think this came out so adorable. Well, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.